It was supposed to be just another quiet Friday night in the suburbs of Willow Creek. The air was crisp, and the streets were wrapped in that eerie calm that only small American towns seem to have after dark. Emily Carter parked her old Toyota outside the Harpers' house, a two-story home with white shutters and a mailbox that still had a faded welcome home sticker. She'd babysat for the Harpers 3 times before. They were polite, quiet people, maybe a little asterisk to asterisk quiet, but they paid well. Mr. and Mrs. Harper were already dressed for their dinner date when she arrived. Their little boy Lucas sat on the couch, clutching his stuffed bear. Emily smiled and waved. "Hey, buddy, you ready for pizza and a movie night?" Lucas just nodded shyly. His parents hurried out after giving Emily the usual run-down emergency numbers, bedtime, no sweets after 9. When the front door clicked shut, the house felt too still. Emily turned on the TV to break the silence. Lucas giggled at cartoons while she ordered pizza. Everything felt perfectly normal until the phone rang. The caller ID said unknown. She almost didn't answer, but something in her gut told her to pick it up. "Hello?" she said. Static. Then a faint whisper. "Check the door." Her pulse spiked. She hung up immediately, laughing nervously. Probably a prank call, she thought, but still. She glanced toward the front door. The porch light flickered once, then went out completely. Trying to shake it off, she focused on Lucas. "Let's pick a movie, huh?" she said, forcing a smile. The doorbell rang just as she said it. She jumped, clutching her phone. The pizza, she thought, relieved. She opened the door, but no one was there. Only a cold wind that pushed against her legs. A pizza box sat on the doormat. No delivery car. No footsteps in the gravel driveway. Just silence. She bent down, picked it up, and froze. The box was empty. No pizza. Just a single note inside, written in messy red ink. "Don't answer the phone again." Her heart pounded so hard she could feel it in her throat. She slammed the door shut and locked it. Lucas was watching her now, wide-eyed. "Emily, what's wrong?" "Nothing, sweetheart," she lied, her smile shaky. "Just pranksters." The phone rang again. Same unknown number. She ignored it. It stopped, then rang again. And again. The sound echoed through the house like an alarm. Lucas covered his ears and whimpered. Finally, she couldn't take it anymore. She grabbed the phone and screamed, "What do you want?" A low, calm, measured male voice answered this time. Shouldn't have opened the door. She froze. "Who are you? You let it in." The call disconnected. Emily felt her skin crawl. She turned around, and the living room light flickered violently. The TV shut off on its own. Lucas stood still, staring toward the hallway. "There's someone upstairs," he whispered. Emily's throat went dry. "Odd." She picked up a fireplace poker and whispered, "Stay here." Every step up the staircase felt heavier than the last. The second floor was dark except for a soft humming sound coming from the master bedroom. The door was half open. Inside, the TV on the dresser flickered with static black and white snow indent for a second. The screen showed her own reflection, standing in that exact doorway, except the reflection wasn't moving. It was smiling. Emily stumbled back, heart hammering against her ribs. The TV flickered again, and the reflection lifted a finger to its lips. The TV snapped off. She ran downstairs, grabbed Lucas, and went straight for the front door, but it wouldn't open. The locks turned, but the door stayed shut, as if nailed from the outside. The lights went out completely, plunging them into darkness. Then the phone rang again, loud and shrill in the black. Lucas clung to her arm. "Don't answer it," he cried. But she did. Her voice trembled. "Please, just stop calling." The voice on the other end was different now. A woman's voice, soft, almost kind to Emily. "You need to take the boy and leave. I'm trying," she sobbed into the phone. "Not through the door," the voice whispered. "The basement." She hung up, shaking, but something in that voice felt real urgent. She took Lucas's hand and went to the basement door. The handle was ice cold. She yanked it open. A gust of cold air poured out, carrying the faint smell of mold and something metallic. Blood, maybe. They went down, one creaking step at a time.
The air grew heavier.
At the bottom, the single light bulb flickered weakly. The basement looked normal at first: boxes, tools, an old washing machine. But then Emily saw the far wall. It was covered in photos, hundreds of Polaroids pinned in uneven rows. All of them were pictures of her, babysitting, smiling, walking to her car, different nights, different angles. And in every single picture, there was someone standing behind her. Someone tall, shadowed. Emily screamed. A noise came from the corner, slow, dragging footsteps. She grabbed Lucas and backed toward the stairs. The shadows shifted, forming into a figure. It stepped forward. A pale face, empty eyes. Its mouth opened wider than humanly possible. "Don't leave," it whispered in that same calm male voice. "You let me in." Emily swung the poker. It passed right through the air, right through asterisk. Smoke. The light bulb exploded, plunging the room into total darkness. Lucas screamed. Emily grabbed him and ran up the stairs. The basement door slammed behind them. They reached the living room, and the front door was now wide open. Cold night air rushed in. They didn't look back.
Ow.
They ran across the lawn, down the street, until flashing police lights filled their vision. When the Harpers returned home later that night, they found the front door broken and the phone dangling from its cord. The police searched the basement, but the wall of photos was gone. Only one Polaroid lay on the floor, showed Emily clutching Lucas, standing outside the house, and behind them, in the window, was that same smiling face. Emily was taken to the hospital, traumatized and speechless. She couldn't explain who had called or how they knew her name. Lucas never spoke again about that night, but every time he drew pictures, there was always the same tall, dark figure standing just behind his babysitter. Months later, a new family moved into the Harper house. The mother hired a local babysitter, a kind girl, about Emily's age. At exactly 9:42 p.m., her phone rang. "Unknown number," she answered. "Check the door." Thank you so much for listening to tonight's story. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button and consider subscribing for more tales from the shadows. Stay safe out there, and until next time, sweet dreams.